Second half starts now. So come to the mat. Come up on your hands and knees. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Your knees are hip distance apart. For now, take the knees wider than the hips. And then draw the hips down into extended child's pose. 5 deep breaths. So wherever you are, however you are, this floor is intended for the beginner to the intermediate practitioner. Nothing complicated, very simple. So as you're breathing in through the nose and out through your nose, you start to build that ujjayi. Ujja is a lifting breath now. So we're going to practice to move with the breath. Synchronizing the breath and the movement. It's called vinyasa. Inhale, slowly rise. Come up on your hands and knees as you bring your knees hip distance apart. And then we're going to start to sway those hips. Now drop those hips to the left side, arms fully extended to the top of the mat. Sway the hips all the way across to the right. Come up. And do that one more time. Come up. And then change directions as you drop the hips toward the right. Arms maybe to the top of the mat or pointing toward the left side of the mat. And swing those hips all the way across. And come up. One more time. Release the head and neck. And this is tabletop. 4 limbs comprise the table. Tuck the toes and lift your waist up. Tuck the toes and walk your hands back rather, and sit onto those heels. The toes are tucked and you sit tall, lengthening that spine. Breathe. Close your eyes for now. And start to build that ujjayi breath. Beautiful. From where you are, rise. Let the right hand reach for that right heel. As you extend the left arm to the sky, your hips forward, shoulders back, gaze is lifted. You're opening the whole left side of that body. 5 deep breaths. Beautiful. You can send your gaze to the sky, or you can send the gaze all the way to the right. Beautiful. Inhale, rise. Exhale, extend and switch sides. Inhale, lift. So you're sending the hips forward now. Right arm is fully extended. Your gaze is lifted. Maybe turn to the left. Or just keep that chin up. Beautiful. Exhale. Bring the right hand down to the right heel. Now, for some of you may have difficulty reaching the heel. Some modification. One, bring the hands to the hips. And you can press the hips forward. This lengthens the rectus abdominis. And then for you intermediate practitioners, reach for both heels. Send the hips forward. Lift that chin. Roll the shoulders away. 5 deep breaths. Two more. One more. Beautiful. Inhale, rise. As you face the front of the mat, go to Child's Pose. Child's Pose, for now, take the knees as wide as the mat. Bring the feet together in the back and send the hips down onto those heels now. Extend the arms to the top of the mat. Extended. Child's Pose. Breathe. Yes. Some of you may find some discomfort with the knees, either on the mat or slipping off the mat onto the floor. This is an indication. 1, you might need a thicker mat. 2, you might need some support accessories. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, rise. Come up on those hands and knees now. Bring the knees hip distance apart. Your toes are tucked. And then now lift the waist up. Downward facing dog. Very powerful pose. Having your head below your heart. So start to walk that dog now. Bringing those feet hip distance apart. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Take those fingers really wide. So your hands and feet are equal distance from the navel. Let the head just drop here. Now some of you may still have your heels suspended. Now see if you can, starting with the right side, press that right heel, bend that left knee, and then you switch it. Send that left heel down into the mat, straighten that leg, bend that right knee. This is called walking the dog. So walk the dog now for 3 sets. A set, the left comprises the left side and the right side. That's your set. One more. So the emphasis on sending the heels down into the mat allows the plantar fascia. Some of you wear shoes way too much. And now come to the center. Now see if you can send both heels down. If this is the only thing you can achieve in this pose, your body will start to respond. You should feel those tight glutes, tight hands. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg lift. Lift that right leg really high now. Now keep that the sole of the left foot on the mat. Lift that leg high. Bend that leg, stack the hips. Now lift it again. Exhale, find pigeon. Bring the right knee down next to the right hand. Sit tall. That left leg is fully extended now. Runners, bikers, this is for you. Sit tall. Now we're going to bend that left leg. With the right hand, reach back and bind that left ankle. Keep that spine long now. I place emphasis on keeping the chin lifted. Yes, this body is a long kinetic chain. So as you're opening the body, creating length, releasing tension, allowing the fascia to release, breathe, keep your chin lifted, pull that heel closer, breathe. Now practice breathing in this pose, guys. One more breath. Beautiful. Exhale, release, and go right into, this is the pose, pigeon pose. So practice extending. This is lots of extensions in this practice. Extensions create length. Releases the fascia. So let the forehead reach for the mat now. Yes. Whatever tightness you feel in those hips, this is your opportunity to start to release the glutes. 3 parts to it. Part of the flexor group. 5 muscle groups that comprise the flexors. Beautiful. Inhale, rise. Plant the hands. Drop that right hip. And swing that left leg all the way to the front of the mat. You're in Janu Sursasana. This is an Ashtanga pose. So make those adjustments. Bring that right heel deep into the crease of the left thigh. Lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, reach for the calf, the ankle. Bind that left foot. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bring the right ear to the left knee and breathe. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, rise. As you plant that right hand behind the right hip, come up on that right knee, keep that left leg fully extended, and then extend that left arm all the way to the back of the mat. This is a counter pose. Breathe. Nice. I'm going to take you to the back of the mat now. So bring that left hand down, move that right knee all the way to the right side of the mat. And then from where you are, extend that right leg all the way back up. Woo! And then walk both hands to that left foot. Maybe keep one hand on the mat and bind with the other hand. Standing splits. And walk the hands back. Bring that right leg down. Facing the back of the mat. Left leg lift. Lift it high now. Lift it high. Lift it high. Bend that leg. Stack those hips. Now straighten that left leg back up. See if you can send that right heel down into the mat. Take those legs apart. Exhale. Find pigeon pose. So bring that left knee next to the left hand. Adjust the angle of the left foot. The femur. Keeping the hands on the mat. Sit tall. The right leg is fully extended back as you lengthen. So we're lengthening the rectus abdominis on the inhale as a lift. Beautiful. Exhale, the hands still on the mat. Inhale, bend that right leg. Exhale, reach back with the left hand. Keep that torso long now. Take that bind and start to breathe. Keep the chin lifted. As you gently, with each breath, send that right heel closer to the glutes. One more. Nice. Exhale, release the bind. And now fold over. 5 deep breaths. And when you're in this pose, you want your hips level on the mat. If there's imbalance, you're going to find yourself shifting one hip to compensate for the imbalance. If the hip's off, if you find yourself shifting, that's an indicator. You need to have that checked out. Breathe. Nice. Inhale, plant those hands on the mat as you rise. Exhale, drop that left hip. With the right hand, swing that right leg all the way to the back of the mat. And sit tall. Now the left heel, doing the same thing we did on the right side. Inhale, lift those arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, reach and bind. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, turn that left ear to the right knee so your gaze is toward the right. 5 deep breaths. You're doing just fine, guys. Just practice breathing. Deep Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi refers to, on the exhales, you're constricting the back of the throat now. On that exhale, breathe. Every breath cycle. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, rise. Exhale, plant that left hand behind your left hip. Come up on that left knee. As you, on the inhale, lift and extend the right arm all the way to the front of the mat. Really extend it, guys. This is opening that whole right side body from your pinky toe all the way to the pinky fingers. We call it the kinetic chain. We're lengthening the chain because it's all connected. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Now you're facing the front of the mat. Bring the right knee to meet the left. Beautiful, guys. Tuck the toes. Lift the waist up. Downward facing dog. So now just check in before we get off the mat. So you can do 2 sets of these. And then we'll continue to build on this. So take the fingers wide. Your palms like a suction cup. Your arms are fully extended. Now see if you can straighten those legs. Now send those heels down into the mat. Let the crown of the head reach for the floor. Beautiful. Exhale, bring the knees down. If you have a block, place the block on the mat. Come through seated. Cross your legs. Sit tall. And close your eyes. Tomorrow we'll build, take it a little deeper. You can take 2, 3 sets of the different poses from today. It will increase your heart rates. It'll create flexibility in the hips and knee joints. So for now, just have your mind and your body connect with the breath. Nice work. work, guys. This concludes the session for today.